Just getting into icons now, like it's and this is kind of gonna link in with, you know, the sort of meta EA kind of force players into. Boys, just before we do get into this video, I know the trailer was released like over a week ago. I know I was late to it, alright, and also I was waiting for some more information on Ultimate Team features. Anyway, yeah, 25 liked and enjoy. Hello boys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Now today we are going to be going through some FIFA 21 news. EA just dropped the trailer literally like the other day. Yeah, there are some potentially big game-changing features, but yeah, we'll see how that goes obviously when FIFA 21 comes out. 9th of October, if I'm not wrong anyway, but yeah, it could all potentially be very, very big hype, or it could actually be genuinely game-changing. Anyway, yeah, as I said, we will see when the actual game comes out, but yeah, always please excuse the room, it's an absolute pig state, but yeah, we should be fine. Anyway, yeah, lads, I just wanted to get into the trailer quickly. Obviously, at first looks at it, it looks like a very, you know, urban theme, if you know what I'm saying, you know, with all like the cutouts of the players, etc., you know, like the kind of old school style to a trailer as you would expect. It's got a very, as I said, urban street-like feel to it, you know, with vibrant colours, etc. Yeah, EA seem to be, you know, kind of promoting that kind of urban feel to it, as I just said. And I also think that the Volta game mode this year was obviously a flop. Everyone knows that. But this year, obviously with Volta squads as well coming in, which we will, which we will move on to. Volta is probably going to be, you know, a very high priority up on EA's list, if you know what I'm saying. Like the fact that they put so much money into it this year, it flopped, it was awful, and it seems, you know, that they're going all in again this year with the Volta squads. Yeah, the trailer just kind of says it all really. It kind of shouts Volta at me personally anyway. But yeah, as you can see there, look, you know, the kind of, you know, old school cutouts, etc. as I was speaking about. Volta is going to be definitely, you know, very high up on EA's priority list anyway to kind of make up for this year's flop. Like, honestly, it was awful. I think we just had it. I think it was like a little mini story mode. I played like 10 minutes of it and got bored. Yeah, the only other time I really played it was on the beta. Apart from that, Volta was untouched, and I personally think Volta, EA this year, they're going to go all out for it, especially with Volta squads. Also, Volta squads, yeah, it's obviously the gameplay factor of it as well. I'm thinking that they're going to make it like pro clubs, you know, with divisions, tournaments, etc. You know, 3v3 tournaments that weekend, futsal tournaments, you know, so they probably could do quite a lot with it. It's whether, you know, the gameplay factor as well. There aren't too many bugs. It's smooth. The gameplay's, you know, pinging, you know, it's very spot on. There can't be any flaws to the gameplay, in my opinion, on Volta squads if they're going to try get their priorities straight with this game mode. Also, as you can see on your screen, this is the walkout animation at the start of it. Again, it's got a very, like, graffiti theme to it. So, yeah, that's my, you know, lads, I'm sorry, yeah, but this trailer just shouts Volta at me straight away. If they can bang Volta, Volta has so much potential, yeah. It's just like, this year it was wasted. Volta squad should have came this year, but, you know, it's better late than never. Volta squads, it could be a lot of fun, honestly. Just imagine getting off FUT champs, yeah, after, you know, you get sweaty last minute. Mbappe does a crown celebration, etc. And, yeah, you jump on it with, like, 3 or 4 of your mates and just have a great time. And yeah, just have an overall great time on Volta squads, like you do on pro clubs. As I said, boys, I don't think it'll be a very serious game mode. It's just going to be a lot of fun, really, you know, with unique stadiums, with unique pitches, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, as I was saying, Volta football, honestly, it has so much potential, in my opinion. Like the old FIFA glory days, really. They could not, obviously, live up to them, because they will never be topped yet, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if they get the gameplay spot on, don't make it too clunky, just don't make a meta in Volta football, you know what I'm saying? Just make it kind of like pro clubs, just accept, with the addition, obviously, of street football, and maybe a few, you know, spend like points you earn from games, etc. Maybe on, like, you know, like trainers, clothes, you know, just kind of have a little bit of valuability. Yeah, Volta football, boys, as I was saying, has so much potential. Just if they have that little bit of, like, uniqueness, if that makes sense, to the game. So, you know, say if I win a tournament with, you know, say if I win like a weekend league futsal tournament, so, you know, Friday to Sunday futsal tournament, if you win this, you know, you get a certain pair of trainers, etc., like, for your player. You know, just little things like that, really, which kind of make it a little bit, you know, value to the player who actually plays it. Yeah, overall, have a little bit of more of a, like, a uniqueness to this. Obviously, the maps and that look so vibrant and fun. You know, like, have a look at that pitch, boys. It's on top of a, you know, it's on top of a building. Like, that is actually so cool. Yeah, as we can see here, experience a more social street football with Volta squads, a new way to join together, well up to 3 friends and drop into community with other Volta football players, and winners won in 5v5 online cooperative play. Again, to sustain that and to achieve that, servers, like, you know, EA servers have been talked about for years, and they will be if they don't improve them this year. Because also, in a minute, we're going to move on to FUT co-op. That's going to require good servers. Overall gameplay, oh mate, there's servers, I cannot stress to you enough how much they need them. Just for Ultimate Team alone, really, like, the menus are running so slow. With that alone, let alone you're adding FUT co-op to it and Volta squads, you know, pro clubs as well. So that's, you know, at least 4 fucking game modes, yeah. 3 or 4 game modes, sorry. Which are going to require very, very good connections. The thing about it is 10 different players in an online game on a very small, compact pitch, etc. You know, it's very sensitive touches. You know, every skill move counts, every, you know, move touch, because it's such a, you know, enclosed pitch, if you know what I'm saying. A lot's going to happen, you know, within one Volta game. I know it's only 3 minutes, but, you know, every touch counts. You know, it's street football, it's futsal. But yeah, like, as I said, the servers, this year they're going to need to bang the servers. I don't know how. I can't see them doing it, in my opinion, but yeah. As you can see here, look, you can customize them as well, which, you know, with collectives and celebrity design collections, that'll be very cool as well. So, step in the party atmosphere of Sao Paulo's downtown, bring out the flair. You know, so it's kind of got that, you know, urban feel to it, in my opinion. It's like, and especially with the trailer, this is Shouts Volta. I wanted to get this out of the way with first. Personally, I think this year I was very excited for it. Like, obviously everyone was. FIFA Street is back, you know. And, you know, I think the gameplay overall just flopped. But anyway, yeah, moving off Volta now, in my opinion, if they bang this year, mate, they could. With the servers, just install new servers, get the gameplay right. Just literally make it like Pro Clubs, except, you know, like a street version of Pro Clubs. That's all you need to do, yeah? And that, and even now that Pro Clubs is sometimes described as bland, even just do that as Pro Clubs, yeah? Like, mate, sales within this game are going to fly up EA. Mate, EA, if you're all about money, just bang Volta, alright? Like, and overall bang the gameplay. For that fact, even for, you know, even like on FIFA Ultimate Team on the menus, overall just the servers, like, improve them. You've got money. Obviously, we will move on to the career mode. Our Ultimate Team we will talk about last. But yeah, obviously, as you can see here, again, in my opinion, this could have been added years and years ago, probably like FIFA 14. So career mode, obviously, it's got a bit of like a football manager feel to it. With, you know, with like the tactical screen. So yeah, obviously, career mode has been added with this new, you know, sim match. Where this year, I don't think you could even, like, watch through the minutes and just skip to 90 minutes. But yeah, as you can see, you can actually do subs now. I mean, if you think about it now, since career mode's been a thing, now, FIFA 2020, you can only just sub a player in halfway through a game while simming. Like, you know how long ago they could have had that? Again, it's better late than never. But, you know, it's just a silly thing, really. Like, they honestly could have added this in so long ago. It's not like, you know, it's not like last gen could have handled it. Like, it could have. It's literally like Football Manager. You know, except, you know, just FIFA career mode, basically. Obviously, you can jump in as well, so I'm assuming that's, you can take over with the gameplay, etc. You do your tactics, so yeah, that's very simple. However, you know, it's game-changing for career mode players as well. Like, honestly, career mode content creators, that is so big. New additions create additional depth in matches, transfers, and training to give you control of your team's rights at the top. Also, on career mode, you can now purchase a player with an option to buy. With transfers as well, I think they've changed it up. You can actually... when loaning the player, you can obviously have an option to buy. There's a few more, you know, deals which come with a contract now on career mode, so it's a little bit more in-depth, again, which should have been added years ago. I suppose it gives them something to add for FIFA 21 or, you know, their upcoming future, because that's what a lot of games do. They have something ready to not go all out within, like, the space of a couple of years. EA are obviously stretching this out as far as they can. But yeah, this is career mode. Like, honestly, we've needed this for years. And it's not like they couldn't have done it. Like, they could have easily done this. And you see, make loan to buy offers with optional or mandatory future transfer fees to secure new talent for your team, and respond to AI manager initiated player swap proposals as you look to master the transfer market. Just to sum this up, they could have added this years ago. Going back to like FIFA 13, they probably could have added this on the last gen. Yeah, it is what it is. They really could have added this though. As I said, better late than never. Hopefully, anyway, career mode content creators, that obviously it's game changer for them. Anyway, lads, moving on to Ultimate Team now. We've actually waited a week and a few days now. This is on the following Monday, a week after that is. So yeah, we're a little bit advanced ahead of when we recorded all the Volta and career mode feedback. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to wait to see if they released any more, you know, information about Ultimate Team, as it was very vague. Apart from, you know, like the foot co-op and that. Like, we didn't really get much. Anyway, yeah, they have released a gameplay trailer, which we will be watching in a minute, so that's what I was kind of hoping for. But yeah, I just felt it was a little bit too vague with just this description, basically. Obviously, Ultimate Team, you know, they have this same bit every year. Enjoy, you know, using your favourite players, etc. And this is a new addition this year. We've actually got Foot Co-op. Foot Co-op lets you team up with a friend and compete for rewards. Join forces in rivals and squad battles. By the way, Champs isn't included in that, so I think it's going to be more of a free-flow, fun game mode. So yeah, I think they're just binning off Foot Champions for that game mode anyway. So yeah, work towards brand new co-op objectives that reward playing together beyond them winning on the pitch. And your Foot Club, truly unique with a range of new and expanded ways to customize your teams, look both on the pitch and in the stands. So again, I think they're adding stadium customization. I hope that's just in our FUT club, not just co-op. I think it's just every club, I think. So just normal Ultimate Team, I think that's going to have customization within, you know, the standards and that are made. That'd be so sick. That'd be so cool. But yeah, I think that's going to add a little, you know, and like another sense of, you know, valuability, as I was speaking about Volta. So within Ultimate Team, the valuability and customization, hopefully it's a little bit better anyway, because it's really weak right now. Like, we get given badges of, you know, like ice cream codes and, you know, dogs, like, just off the top of my head, and it's just like, oh, EA, come on. Like, I want to make my own logo, I want to make my own kit, I want to make, you know, my own stand. That'd be so sick. Just imagine creating like your own stadium, and basically your Ultimate Team is actually your Ultimate Team, you know, just not like a crest from like a Argentinian team. I'm guessing with customization within crests, kit, stadiums, that's what we really need to do. Like in Pro Clubs, we've got that. Obviously, that's kind of limited though. In Ultimate Team, I think they should make it, you know, very free flow. Basically, you can just design your own kit. Like, mate, that'd be so sick. Anyway, moving on from, you know, the whole customization bit, because there's definitely there's more important stuff to focus on. They will be cool, but there's so many more issues within Ultimate Team and, you know, FIFA in general, which need to be cleared out first. Obviously, we've got this whole cross-compatible thing as well. So if you do upgrade to the PS5 or Xbox Series X, literally they're no different. The price, like, you know, the price ranges aren't different. The market in general is not different at all. I kind of stitched myself up on that one. I want to upload today, yeah. But the trailer's out tomorrow. I could just do a separate video of like the gameplay tomorrow. I probably will do it, to be fair. Anyway, yeah. So we got a new icon, Eric Cantona, which is obviously great to see. It's about time. And just getting into icons now, like it's kind of, and this is kind of gonna link in with, you know, the sort of meta EA kind of force players into. So last year, boys, by the way, this is off the top of my head right now. It's kind of more of like a free flow video. We had Drogba, didn't we? This is just like an idea, yeah. We had Drogba being introduced within FIFA 20. Chelsea fans, obviously, or anyone from Ivory Coast, that's massive. Yeah, come on, I want to buy them, I want to have some fun. Like, the sad reality, like, they introduced so many icons, hype them up for, you know, months, have a big partnership or deal with the player, I don't know. It kind of boosts their profile in the kind of meanwhile as well. But yeah, this is just a little quick example off the top of my head. EA have kind of forced us into this meta this year of agility and balance, obviously, being, like, kind of matters. And I want to talk about this in a minute, like, the fact EA have to force you into using the same meta teams, the same boring, you know, like gold-based French teams of Ousmane Dembele, Ben Yedder, etc. I mean, boys, I'll get into it in a minute. Obviously, this is so much to explain. But yeah, if you want to get like a decent rank, if you want to compete well and, you know, beat your opponent, basically, EA, for the past 2 or 3 years, I'd say now, since kind of Volta was introduced, they've kind of forced you into a meta, and obviously each year it's been a like very OP specific, overpowered meta. So yeah, obviously this year, agility and balance, I think it's always important, really, but especially since, you know, FIFA 18, agility and balance has obviously been two of the most important stats anyway. But FIFA 20 especially, agility and balance has been so important. They introduced new icons, right? Yeah, you can't really compete with them within FUT champs when you're playing against a player like Ben Yedder. The fact that they introduce him and then, you know, absolutely not ruin, because it's not even that bad, you know, 68, it's 73 and 68, but if you compare that to, like, if you compare a prime icon Drogba, you know, just to like a, I don't know, like a 10k Ben Yedder, like the other person with that Ben Yedder, he's going to get, you know, like a better goal ratio, etc. I just don't get it. Honestly, there's so much to explain, I can't quite put it into words, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the fact that they hype it up for so long for then cards kind of be unusable. And this is obviously seen with a lot of icons within the past few years, especially. Right, so let's get into Paul Scholes, right? One of the greatest midfielders of all time, right? His prime version of the card as well. It's hyped up. Was it FIFA 18 that came in? It might have been FIFA 18. FIFA 18 or 19. Maybe 19, boys. But, you know, obviously hyped up loads. United fans absolutely, you know, fucking honestly over the moon. And this links into meta again. Meta, balance and agility is so important. Pace is so important. You know, and they kind of, you know, just what is that? The fact that a player like Prime Scholes can't be used on it. No, he can't. Like, I'm not even joking now. Like, a Prime Scholes cannot be used within Weekend League. Like, it's just, you can't use him. And yeah, he's got low pace, fair enough. You could argue his passing makes up for that. You know, he can ping balls left, right, and centre. You know, I mean, but you can't though, because the meta forces you against that. You can't use players to the best of their ability. The player needs to be really agile, really high balance, really high pace. Well, not really high pace, but, you know, kind of affordable. Is that the term I can use? Like, the players can't play to what they used to be like, if you know what I'm saying. So, like, Scholes wasn't exactly the fastest, right? 72 pace is unusable in this game. The stats, fair enough. If you want to give Skulls low pace, go ahead, alright. You know, his passing's excellent. But when the meta doesn't allow you to use that specific player to their ability, I think it's just robbing. And that kind of links back to the whole competitive aspect of FIFA. 68 agility, 68 pace, which if you were to use a baby Skulls, which should be usable, if I want to use him to the best of his ability, I'll use his passing. I'll play him more so kind of box to box. If not, maybe holding, like potentially, just, you know, he's got really sharp passing. Yeah, I can't do that. You know, I'm forced to use a 5-star weak foot Sissoko. That like every year there's a really like specific meta, and it just gets to me, honestly. I want to use him to get into the box. I want to use him to, you know, bury shots. In the meta with 71 agility and 71 balance and kind of low paced. And by the way, this is his prime, yeah. So this is such is just his best version. Let's get into his baby. Low agility and balance again. High pace. Low agility and low balance again. Low pace. And you know, if I want to use a card like Shearer, I should be able to. There shouldn't really be a meta overall. Like, it's just bullshit. So yeah, that's my little rant about icons. By the way, I will be making a video about icons soon. They've been, you know, I think there's been loads which have been leaked. But I'm just saying, don't get too excited. Cantona, for example, they could, next year, the meta could be high stamina again. And, you know, obviously I didn't watch Cantona, but EA could just do him over, give him, you know, 65 stamina or whatever. Instantly, you know, that just adds a really bad flaw to him. Over boys, that little rant on icon, I kind of just led it to where it's been led now, really, onto the meta side. You know, if I want to use a Harry Kane, if I want to use a Harry Maguire, for example, like, you should be able to use certain players in their own way and to kind of utilise the best abilities they have. And, you know, like, the game just, them players are for fodder. Since SBCs came in, kind of, just thinking about it now, like, that's when, like, a meta's kind of been introduced. It's kind of weird. You can't play a certain way. It's just simply 4-2-3-1. There's 4-4-2, sorry, 4-2-2 maybe. Apart from that, you know, and that's just formations. You know, and the players, they just have to have high agility, high balance, high pace, near post shots, stamina not so much this year, unlike last year. But yeah, EA just, I know you're gonna, but just, I really hope they don't force us into a meta. You know, if you're a big fan of the likes of, you know, Shearer, you should be able to use him. It's kind of weird, and that's just icons. Yeah, I think I repeat myself a lot of times now. Speed up lag, player handicapping, scripting, it's obvious, it's blatantly obvious. Like, I mean, they really have to resolve that. I don't think they will. It's EA. They've got worse and worse over the years, but I hope they do. I can't see it. Quick little tip just before we end the video. That's been my little rant on Ultimate Team, because this year has definitely been the worst year. Volta has potential, like, potential's there. They need to bang it. Career mode, obviously, it's had potential for years. Ultimate Team, they just need to bang it. Or there's a little tip, yeah, just to end the video, like, if you're gonna buy FIFA 21, yeah, obviously most people will, like, we all do every year, yeah. Just don't buy the Ultimate or bloody Champions Edition, like, just don't. 90 quid, yeah. 80 quid of EA access. EA access is a fiver. Just, it's roughly £85, £80, yeah. What you're getting is 3 days early access. There's that 10-hour glitch potentially. If not, 10 hours can last you 3 days. Like, honestly, a 3 days early access is not worth an extra, you know, nearly double the price of the standard edition. 24 rare gold packs, 2 per week for 12 weeks. By the way, these packs, you'll probably get about 2 boards throughout the whole lifetime of getting these packs. They're awful packs. They're the 25s, you get 3 rare players in. They're wank, honestly. They're awful. Limited time bonus and untradeable for 21 ones to watch item. Yeah, that's good. Is it worth 40 quid? No, it's not. It never will be. And that's just a gamble, like, and that's just a huge gamble, really. Like, you could get someone very good. He may not even get, you know, an inform, and then a month or 2 after, he's gone, you know, his market prices drop loads. I'll be about 2 or 3 bangers, probably. I mean, I'm not too sure. It just then, it kind of links back to the meta. It's actually, you know, it's bullshit. Yeah, so that's the Ultimate Team. The standard edition's only half that price. Boys, just don't get the Ultimate Edition. I mean, if you do, I can't stop you, but I just don't see why you would, really. There's no need to give EA extra money for pretty much jack shit. Scripting, you could argue, is so heavy with an Ultimate Team, especially this year. It has been for the past 2 or 3 years now since kind of Foot Champions has been introduced. Servers, you know, if you're going to handle four different game modes online, especially Volta with 10 players in the same compact pitch, your servers need to be upgraded mental. It has been my review of Volta, Career Mode, and Ultimate Team. Ultimate Team was a little bit sad, to be fair, but this year, honestly, like, oh, boys, I've lost my head, champ. I've lost my head on Foot Champs so many times. Anyway, let me know what you think FIFA 21 is going to be like. Don't buy the Ultimate Edition or Champions Edition. Don't give EA your money. And yeah, have a nice day in a bit.